my scrappy friends, welcome to my channel today. So this share is for a couple of different things. It is for Cut to You, and it is for our 12 days of Christmas, and it is also for Gwen's documenting December stash busting YouTube hop. So I've dived into my stash and I have pulled out the Photoplay Kringle & Co, which was last year's one of last year's collections, which I absolutely love. I have got the freebie cut file for the day, which is this gorgeous stocking, which you can see I've backed. I've just used a bunch of the pattern papers from this collection. This is from Pretty Little Studio, and so is this wood grain, but they're all older stash. So yeah, that's what I've started with. I've also used, give me 2 secs. So I got the collection kit, and you can see here I've chopped bits out. That's where this little sleigh came from, but it's also where these tiny little cut apart tags came from. One says special delivery, one says December 25, which I'm thinking I'm going to layer somewhere over here like this or something. I've got these 2 photos of my boys. These are from last Christmas, and this is my title, so December Traditions. Every year on Christmas morning, the first thing we do is open our stockings, and you can see by the looks on their faces, they're super excited. I think I'm going to use this as my background, but I'm still not really sure because I don't really want to sacrifice this other side. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I do think I want to do some mixed media. I'll pop you on fast forward, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I am back, and you're going to see me try to decide which pattern paper I'm going to use for my background. Firstly, I'm going to trim off the border strip there. You can see I've pulled a couple from my stash here. I did kind of go back and forward for quite a while, and you can see here I'm going, what am I going to do? So I do end up going with this pattern paper, which is from Webster's Pages. I'm going to show you the branding strip here. Sprinkled with Love. So in love. I doesn't have a date on there, but it's at least a few years old. So I'm like, yes, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have my stocking almost pretty much smack bang in the middle of the page. And I'm going to trace around the edge of my stocking because, yes, I'm going to add the mixed media. And first I'm going to apply a coat of clear gesso. I have missed a couple of spots, and you can see that while I'm working on the page, it is not quite so obvious in the finished layout, but it is definitely obvious as the colour goes down. Now, I'm terrible at cleaning up as I go. I'll be completely honest. I'll own it. Yeah, I'm not the best at cleaning my desk. I think most of us are like that. And so I still had these colours on my desk, and I was like, I'm doing another Christmas page, and it's got pops of red in the stocking. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do the tealy aqua colour with the red and the Christmas and the things, and I love it. So I'm starting here with Tiffany Lou Blue, and I'm just doing the packaging technique. The reason that I traced around the outside of my cut file was because I knew I was going to do the packaging technique, and I didn't want to end up wasting time getting it looking perfect right behind where the cut file was going to go. This is the same Lindy's squirts that I used in the other video as well. This is Looney Tune Teal. You can see when it goes on it's really dark, so I'm applying that really sparingly. I did end up with tealy coloured hands for a number of days. I'm okay with that. So yeah, I am just adding, you can see literally like a drop of that and mushing it around, adding some water and just getting a little bit of variation in the colour. You can see down the bottom, almost right in the middle of the page, that I have missed a little bit of the gesso there. So I'm just going back around with these colours, trying not to get it absolutely everywhere, but failing miserably. And I think I missed a spot at the top as well, but that's okay. So adding that water on just to get that colour to move a bit more. You can see I'm being a bit funny with the way I'm holding my hands. I didn't, as much as I don't mind having painty hands, I do, especially when I'm working on a white background, I'm like, I don't want this all over my hands because I know what's going to happen. And then the same colour that I used on my last Cut To You project as well, which was the Magical in Shabby Turbine Teal, I think it is. So just adding that in, using water and a paintbrush as well. And so I've set that aside to air dry, and I'm going to get my photos ready. As I mentioned, these photos were taken on Christmas morning last year. Their little faces are just perfect. They're so excited. Just going to trim those down and no, I'm not trimming the photos down. I'm adding tissue paper and trimming the layers down. I'm going to have this one so that there's a little bit of a messy edge on the right hand side. And here, so there's this pattern paper as well. I actually think I created this layout before I did the other one. I'm not sure. I can't really remember. But there's that same pattern paper from Chamel, which I love it. It's so pretty. I'm going to add a small layer of that behind my photo. And I'm just trimming that down. So I have, I've kind of shifted things on my work surface a tiny bit. Immediately to the right of my Tim Holtz mat there, I've got my Tim Holtz guillotine. I was watching someone else and they have the same kind of, like they have their guillotine set up to the side. I'm like, that's actually a really clever idea. Saves me pulling it in and getting it, in and out and in and out. So that's exactly what I've done. So when you see me go off to the side there, my guillotine's there. Adding a couple of layers behind that teal star pattern. And so I'm going to bring in some more of that black. I love this paper. It's so pretty. I did decide that I wanted my photo mostly straight. I know I've got a couple of those torn edges, but I did want to keep this fairly straight with that messy background. And you'll see when I attach the photos to the page, I do make sure it's all really straight. I'm going to add some more of that black to the bottom corner here. And what am I doing? I do muck around here for a little while trying to get that, and so I just cut out all of that. And I leave a bit of a wider border on here just so that it peeks around all of the black, but also so that you can see some of the red on there. Look at those little Santa gnomes. They're so cute. I love this collection. And I'm just going to cheat a little bit and pop that on there, and you can't even tell. I think I end up covering it up as well. I realised I forgot to add some foam behind my two photos, so I'm just going to pull those off and add that, stick them back down. You can see I'm keeping all of these fairly straight, and I was using my trimmer to trim the things, which is a bit unusual for me. So you can see I'm trying to get that straight there. Those Christmas trees all go in a straight line, and so I'm going to make sure that my photos end up attached straight. Some more older stash. So this is, I was going to say Simple Stories, but it's absolutely not Simple Stories. It is Pink Fresh Studio. It is from the December Days 2017 collection, which is, and it's the wood veneer with the gold on it. So obviously I'm using that for my title, and I'm just going to layer that up. So I've put my stocking back on where it's going to go on my background. I'm like, yep, I'm happy with that placement. Need to add some splatters, of course. Just using the bowl to flatten things out. And that is the Tiffany Lou Blue. You know, I got the Tiffany Blue because I've watched particularly Missy use it for so long. I'm like, I love that colour. I haven't been able to find it anywhere in Australia. So I just jumped on the Lindy's website and ordered a few things. So I'm going to come in with that shabby turbine teal as well. I was able to pick up some colours from Natalie May's scrapbooking too. So yes, my Lindy stash has grown quite considerably in the last 2 months or so. Whoops. I'm going to let that air dry, I think. And this is another Lindy's. This one is called, hang on, let me find it, Golden Sleigh Bells. And it's really pretty. I do go back in and you can see here, I just pick up some of that extra moisture. But that sleigh, what's it called? Golden Sleigh Bells dries beautifully. It's almost like a kind of goldy champagne colour. Sorry for my fat head, but you get to see rainbows. So I'm just sticking my stocking down. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is obviously the free cut file for Cut to You for this month. Well, not this, no. Sorry, let me start again. I am on day 3 of the 12 days for Cut to You, 12 days of free Christmas cut files. My code for this cut file is stocking. Nice and easy. I'll make sure I leave it in the description box below, so make sure you head over to the store. I will link the cut file, I will link the store, I will link the Facebook group, I will link all the things for you. I will link the newsletter subscription if you haven't already got one. So you will have links to all the things in the description box below. So today is the 3rd of December. It is free until, I believe, midnight. I think it's Eastern Standard Time because Gwen does not have daylight savings, but I will make sure I leave the correct time in the description box below as well because, yeah, Gwen without daylight savings is 2 hours in front of me, and most of the other side of the country is 3 hours in front of me. So I will double check and leave that in the description box for you as well. So I've added, what have I added? I added some gold thread to the right hand side below everything. And then that little sleigh that I fussy cut from the packaging has gone over the top. And then my little December 25 tag. Thought it was a nice little pop of black there. I've pulled in the Joy banner stickers from the Gnome for the Holidays collection as well, which I've popped down there. And I've got that little Christmas gnome. He's so cute. I love him. I'm going to add some more gold thread under there, and I've tucked in that little special delivery tag as well from the packaging, and just tucking this gold thread in behind the little gnome Santa. He's so cute. I love him so much. And his little legs are dangling over the top of the stocking. I'm just going to pop some foam behind him so that he doesn't go all weird and wonderful. But he is from the sticker sheet. I'm going to add in another little thing of thread. That's called thread, Melinda. Add in some more messy thread behind there. You can see I've jumped forward because I mucked around with that for ages. And I'm just using this awesome little tool to smush it in there. Glue it down. I should have waited a little while before I added my journaling, but I have added my journaling to the right with the black, and it just explains the photos that every year this is what we do. Here is my finished page. I also snuck in a couple more of the wood veneer pieces, and I have gone ahead and mounted that whole page onto that paper from the collection. I have gutted the center out because I can't just use it all. It's called Gnome for Christmas, I believe. Yeah, so that is my page. I also did a messy stitch border all the way around the edge. Make sure you head over to the Cut to You store to get your freebie. Make sure you keep checking back every day for your free cut file, and hope you enjoyed. I'll see you again very soon.